Welcome to DNXT. In today's session, we are going to talk about header. UDP is one of the protocol of the transport layer. So, transport layer mainly deals with two types of protocols. One is TCP, which is known as a reliable protocol, and UDP, which is a non-reliable protocol. Then when it is non-reliable, why we are using it? Because it is much faster than TCP. Because this is a connection-less protocol. It will not establish any connection between the sender and receiver. Okay, unlike TCP, it is a connectionless protocol. What TCP does, TCP establishes a connection between sender and receiver, and after the establishment of the connection there will be transfer of data from sender to receiver. But in UDP there is no such connection is established, and there is a direct transfer of the data from sender to receiver. Since our transport layer is an end to end, it deals with end-to-end delivery of the packets, delivery of the data. We are going to use port numbers just like TCP. There will be source port number and destination port number in UDP header as well. Okay, so for example, जैसे आपने लैंडलाइन से किसी को कॉल किया, ओके तो पहले आपको व्हेन यू पिक अप द रिसीवर यू कैन हियर द डायल टोन. When you dial the number, you will again एक आपको रिंगटोन सुनाई देगा. Okay, and after that the person will receive the call and then data transfer will take place. Okay, so there is an establishment of the connection between the sender and the receiver, just like TCP. But in case of UDP, आप क्या कर रहे हो? अगर आप किसी को खत लिख रहे हो, when you are writing a letter and then you are simply posting it, तो पोस्ट ऑफिस जाके आपने एड्रेस वगैरह स्टैम्प वगैरह डाल के लेटर पोस्ट कर दी. Now post office or you are not checking whether the person is at home or not on that particular day when he'll receive the letter. No. So we are not establishing connection over here, or when you're writing a mail, okay, you're just dropping it in the inbox. The person, according to his or her availability, will open the inbox and will read your message. So this is connectionless. You have the address, you send the mail. Okay, so this type of data is transfer in UDP. It is mostly used in online streaming. Okay, it will not do error connection. TCP deals with error connection. It will retransmit the lost packets, but UDP will not. Okay, and that's why this is a faster way of communication or data transfer. And when faster data transfer is required, just like in audio streaming, live streaming of things, video streaming or video calls, uh, application uses UDP protocol. Now let's discuss this UDP protocol in detail. It is of only 8 8 byte length. Unlike TCP का लेंथ बड़ा होता है, 20 bytes to 60 byte का लेंथ TCP का होता है. But our UDP header is of only 8 bytes, has only 4 fields, each of 16 bits. So 2 bytes, 2 bytes, 2 bytes and 2 bytes. Okay, so total 8 bytes we have. ओके, 2 बाइट का एक एक आपका फील्ड है 16 बीट्स का. उसमें से सबसे पहला फील्ड है, फर्स्ट टू आर सोर्स पोर्ट नंबर एंड डेस्टिनेशन पोर्ट नंबर. जस्ट नाउ एज वी डिस्कस कि ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर डील्स विथ end to end transfer of data, and end to end transfer of data we will require port number. बिकॉज बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशन चल रहे हैं मेरे पीसी में, तो उसको कैसे पता कि ये मेरा जीमेल का मेल है तो वही टैब में ओपन होना चाहिए, है ना। मेरे यहाँ पे यूट्यूब भी चल रहा है और दूसरे टैब में और कुछ ओपन है, तो ये पोर्ट नंबर के हिसाब से सेशन भी ब्रेकआउट होगा और exactly that application को data पहुंचेगा. So we'll discuss about these fields one by one. So first is port number, that is source port number and destination port number. This is a 16-bit address, so 2 to the power 16, that means that comes out as 2 to the power 16 is 65,536. So it ranges from 0 to 65535. Okay, it ranges from 0 to 65535. These many port numbers are divided into three different types. One is well-known port, another is user port, and third is dynamic port. Each one has its own range. Well-known port ranges from 0 to 1023. User port ranges from 1024 to your 49,151, and dynamic port ranges from 49,152 to last 65535. Okay, so all these port numbers are divided into three major groups, that is well-known port, user port, and dynamic port. Well-known, these ports we have discussed in detail in TCP header as well. Okay, so what is well-known port? Because some of our application has their fixed port number. HTTP has port number 80, HTTPS has port number 443. Then your file transfer protocol, that is FTP, has port number 20 and 21. Your SSH, that is secure socket host, has port number 22. Telnet has port number 23. Okay, so these all come under well-known port. Okay, SNMP has port number 181 or 182. Then SMTP has port number 25. So these are different port numbers which are well known and defined. You cannot go and change them. Okay. The others are user port, which ranges from 1024 to 49,151, and there comes third group, that is dynamic port, 49,152 to 65,535. So ये हो गया आपके source port and destination port number. Then उसके बाद है आपका next field is length. Length in UDP is the total length over here we are talking about. So UDP का आपका जो का पूरा data segment है, उसका header plus payload, मतलब header plus data, इसका total length क्या है, that is written in this field in the UDP header. So it specifies the total size of UDP datagram, including both header as well as actual payload. It is measured in bytes but expressed in from 0 to 65535 bytes तक ये कैरी कर सकता है आपका लोड, क्योंकि टू द पावर 16 है तो यहाँ तक वो एक्सप्रेस कर सकेगा यहाँ पे. You getting it? It's not the length of the header, it's the total length of that segment. Okay. Then the last field in our UDP header is our checksum. This field is optional in UDP because though checksum is always there for error detection. So though error is detected, it cannot be rectified by using UDP header or UDP protocol. So this field is optional in UDP header, but when it is there, it is the sum of source port number, destination port number, total length and checksum. Okay, total length, all these things are given in checksum. The source port number, destination port number, it is calculated based on source port number, destination port number, length of the packet, मतलब total length आपका header plus data का length, मतलब और डेटा इटसेल्फ, मतलब ये टोटल लेंथ जब मैं बोल रही हूँ तो हेडर का लेंथ एज वेल एज डेटा, सो ये सब का लेंथ मिला के चेकसम का वैल्यू बनेगा। और चेकसम क्यों होता है कि इफ सेंडर के हेडर में कुछ एक्स वाई जेड चेकसम है एंड रिसीवर ने भी कैलकुलेट किया पूरा टोटल लेंथ, सोर्स पोर्ट, डेस्टिनेशन पोर्ट लेंथ, एंड उसका चेकसम कुछ अलग आया, it is identified that there exists some kind of error, packet drop होगा, but in that case recovery of packet is not possible in case of UDP. But since it's quite faster than TCP, there is no connection that is established, and hence what we can say is quite faster than the TCP. Okay, so this is all about UDP header. We'll be discussing IP header in the next video, so stay tuned with DNXT. Thank you.